next inductee is another one who accomplished all she did in just 3 years, including setting water polo goal scoring records that stood for 17 years, long after she had left Chapman with 2 degrees, again, in 3 years. Even our typical Panther overachievers think she's an overachiever. Jen, the only regret was that we didn't get to see you score any of those goals in our beautiful all-red pool, which was completed the year after your career ended. Please watch this tribute to Jennifer Manship, water polo student athlete from the class of 2009.
Toughness for sure.
Accomplished. Accomplished. Yeah, that's it.
Maybe the word I would use to describe Jen is quiet leadership, because she led through the way that she acted.
Jen was a dream teammate. She was really a dream teammate because, as evidenced by this honor, she was an excellent player, always kept us competitive in the games, but more importantly, she was really, really fun.
Her physicality, her ability to get herself open at any moment on the offensive end, it made it tough to stop because of how physical she is and how strong she is.
And as an athlete, you can look back on your career and identify people that were high scorers and let it get to their head. Jen never did. I think that for her, that was the job. She had a position to play. She had a skill that she brought to the team, and she took it seriously.
She wanted the team to succeed. She was a person that, she was the scorer, but she wanted her teammates to score too as well. And that's also what the teammates love too.
Jen is incredibly strong, and she paired that with her mind. She's incredibly intelligent. And so she would combine that strength and her intelligence to just stay one step ahead of every single person in the pool.
Before we had the beautiful facility that the team gets to enjoy now on campus, we practiced around the corner at Orange High. And those 10 100s on the one, she ate them up. Never looked like she struggled. And as a defender, as a guard, struggled.
So my favorite memory of Jen was a travel trip that we took to play a tournament at Cal State Monterey, and we were visiting the wharf, as one does, and there's a ton of sea lions there, and we were just having a normal conversation, and she started laughing, which is pretty standard, and she has a very unique laugh, and it's full of life, and it just sent shockwaves through that sea lion population. They just headed for the ocean. They all abandoned the beach. There was a park ranger that was standing close by that asked everyone to just relax and keep it down. But it wasn't possible when you hung out with her.
Congratulations, Jen. I'm so happy you're in. You are the best player we've ever had here in program history. And you were one of the first people to push me. I was young when I coached you, and you pushed me to be a better coach. And I appreciate you so much for that.
Jen, congratulations. You deserve this honor for your performance in and out of the pool and among your teammates now, and as you always have. So congratulations and enjoy it. You deserve it.
Jen, congratulations. It is unbelievable that we last found ourselves in the pool together in 2008. And you are truly deserving of this honor. When I heard the news, I was elated for you. You have always inspired me.
Congratulations, Jennifer. I think listening to Coach Blissell say it right, he says, best in program history, and I think equally important is you made him a better coach and a better person, and that in itself is so remarkable. Obviously, you can read about her All-American, accomplishments. There's one accomplishment I have to tell you about that's not in the program, and it's not in the record books, okay? And this is certainly noteworthy. Okay, at some point in her career, she was either challenged or she was the challenger to a race in the pool. Okay? And that person that she raced in the pool was none other than our good friend, President Jim Doty. And listen, she not only smoked President Doty in the pool, she lapped him as he's doing his doggy paddle. I wasn't there, but it's an amazing story, and I just want that to go on record. So Jennifer, obviously congratulations. I'd like right now the Manship family, I'd like the aquatics program, Coach Blissell, everyone in this room to please join me in welcoming the newest member into the Chapman University Athletic Hall of Fame, Jennifer Manship.
I apparently need to get with the times because I was driving around all of Newport Beach looking for a Staples earlier today to print my speech. So I got to get it on my phone apparently. So first, I want to thank the Hall of Fame nomination committee for this incredible honor. To be recognized for my time in the pool at Chapman is deeply meaningful. Michael said it best in the opening remarks, playing for D3, I think we were D2 at the time when I played, but nonetheless, it's really about the love of the game. So when I was writing this speech, it really became my love letter to the sport of water polo. So I'll start with acknowledging the journey that brought me here. It all began with my older brother, Mario. I idolized him growing up, and when he picked up water polo, I was right behind him. I remember watching a game in Coronado, standing behind a below pool viewing window. If you haven't seen those, watch the Olympics. They show everything that's actually going on in the game. Mesmerized by the sheer physicality of it all. I turned to my parents, probably my mom, and said, "Sign me up." That moment changed everything. I transitioned from soccer to water polo my freshman year of high school. It felt natural after all. I spent summers body surfing at the beach and taking swim lessons at the local pool, but water polo was something else entirely. It was gritty, demanding, exhilarating, and I spent 4 intense years playing with and against some of the best athletes in Southern California, and my time with Carlsbad water polo remains among my most cherished memories. JB Feaster, my aquatics teacher, mentor, and friend who's here tonight, thank you for fostering so many kids' love of the sport. I was the first in my immediate family to head off to college. My parents helped me navigate applications and essays, and when it came time to choose, I ended up selecting Chapman on the off chance I might want to continue playing. Fast forward to start of freshman year, new school, new roommates, and new classes. Then came a meeting hosted by Coach Eric for polo players. I just randomly showed up. I'm sure Eric looked at me and thought, who is this person? I wasn't on recruiting trips or any of that. I just showed up to the meeting. He probably was like, do they even know how to play? But that meeting led me to my first Chapman friend, Katie McGraw, a swimmer turned water polo player from Maryland. She was older, wiser, and helped me navigate everything from dorm life to practice schedules. She welcomed me in, and I'll never forget that. Sorry. Also kids, also emotional. I remember Eric announcing that to be considered a starter, you had to complete 10 100s on the 120 the first day of intercession practice in January. I went home for Christmas, probably didn't get in the pool at all, came back, and I hit the swim set. Thank you, Daniela, for reminding me. Mind over matter. And I think I surprised Eric again. All of a sudden, I was this person who showed up in the running to be a starter. The next 3 years were full of fun and working hard both academically and in the pool. Morning and evening practices, hopping fences to cut down the walk to Orange High School before the Allred Aquatic Center was built, We faced some fierce opponents, but every game we gave it our all. The pool became my sanctuary. Amid challenging classes, water polo was really my outlet, my reset button. Some of my favorite memories come from team dinners, road trips to Monterey, and San Diego, and the camaraderie we built. Then there was Rhonda. I'd sat next to her in Spanish class for an entire semester, always noticing her canyon water polo jacket and wondering about the story behind it. Funny enough, we never spoke, not a single word, until our first day together in the pool. And we've been friends ever since. Katie Mack, Daniela, Taylor, Constance, Natalie, just to name a few, thank you for being such incredible teammates and friends. I was fiercely dedicated to our team, and I wanted us all to succeed. Coach Eric and I tended to have different styles, and yes, we butted heads, but I'm forever grateful for him and the program for the opportunity to continue playing a sport that I loved. Chapman Water Polo gave me lifelong friends, unforgettable memories, and a space to grow, not just as an athlete, but as a person. I took accounting classes here, and I had the pleasure this morning of meeting with my old professor, Hank Adler, who still teaches, and I just want to thank him and Bruce Denning for being impactful on my life as my professors. None of this would have been possible without my parents, Mom and Dad. Specifically, Mom, your unwavering support carried me through every chapter of this journey, from driving to countless games, baking and preparing food for the team, to being the steady presence I could lean on during the tough times. You were always there. You and Dad celebrated my wins with pride and lifted me up when I needed it the most. Your love and dedication didn't just help me succeed in the pool, they shaped the person I am today, and I share this honor with you. Water polo continues to have a steadfast presence in my life. I moved to Washington and met my husband Blair. One of the first things we bonded over was our shared love for polo. It didn't take long before he convinced me to suit up and play in a tournament in Oregon. And now we have two beautiful children, Atlas and Maya. We've already introduced them to swimming, the pool, and yes, we've tossed a polo ball around or two. Whether they choose polo or another sport, our hope is that they find something they're passionate about. But if it happens to be water polo, we'd be absolutely thrilled to immerse ourselves in the sport we love, this time as parents on the sidelines. To all future Chapman water polo players, I hope you fall in love with the sport the way that I did. I hope you find teammates who become lifelong friends, coaches who challenge and support you, and moments in the pool that shape who you are. Water polo has given me so much. Thank you again for this honor. Have a great evening.